What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it's your resident pro gamer Pigusama, and today we're doing a special Spooktober review of the various seasonal zombie royale modes that have been released this month. In this review, I'm going to break down each game based on 3 specific factors, those factors being zombie balance, map influence, and the cosmetics. The games I'm going to be reviewing today are Fortnite Battle Royale, Call of Duty Warzone, and Apex Legends, after which we will crown a champion of the Zombie Royale arena. As a note, Fortnite will be judged off of its squad mode, as both Warzone and Apex Legends default to trios, just to keep it fair. Now that we've laid out the parameters, without further ado, let's get right on into it. The first point we will discuss is zombie balance, and for that I want to start with Warzone. Call of Duty is famous for its zombie defense mode in the Black Ops series, so when the Zombie Royale was released, it received lots of praise and fanfare. However, after a few hours playing it, I felt that the zombies were pretty weak, perhaps the weakest of all 3 games. I think this relates to the fundamental balance of Call of Duty as a whole, as the short time to kill makes for maybe the fastest deaths in any Battle Royale. In addition, the zombie strikes themselves felt very weak, and as well as them not being much faster than the player, I really only managed to kill other people when running in a group or when they were totally unaware of my presence. Though I think their respawning method was probably the funnest of them all, as it encouraged aggression against other players, as opposed to Apex where you don't really have to do anything, and Fortnite where you only have 1 life, so you're more encouraged to not engage at all. I do have to give a special shout out to the kit. The Warzone zombies spawn with 3 powers on cooldown, those being a gas grenade, an EMP blast which disables enemy radar, and a large jump which allows for quick movement across the map. Despite all of this, Warzone zombies are, in my opinion, the weakest of the 3. Moving on to the number 2, we have Fortnite's Shadows. Now this is the 3rd Halloween event Fortnite has run, and in my opinion, this is the best they have done. Though that may be me enjoying the current meta a little too much. The zombies themselves are relatively strong, especially in enclosed spaces, as their strikes do enhanced damage to walls. In addition, they also have an enhanced jump, though not as good as Warzone's, the ability to turn invisible, a limited thermal vision which allows them to see through walls, and are just more floaty in general. They even twist and contort while attacking, which makes them a little bit harder to hit. On top of all that, they can consume items on the map to regain health, an interesting mechanic that allows them to make a deprivation play on living players. However, I don't think any individual shadow is that powerful, as I only really lost to them in large groups. In this sense, simple tactical decisions make you much safer from zombies, while in COD, the time to kill makes most environments okay to fight those zombies in. Next we'll talk about the strongest zombie of the 3, that being the Apex Legends Shadow. Now the Shadows have no kit. They don't do anything special like jumping or making toxic gas. Their power is simply a result of the Apex Legends movement. Shadows move significantly faster than the other 2 zombies, and when in the hands of a player who knows the movement system of Apex, they can be extremely deadly in a 1v1 fight. They also do the most damage per hit, almost a fourth of a red shielded opponent's life, though it has a little bit of knockback, which generally actually works out in the zombie's favor. Overall, I have to give the gold in this category to Apex Legends. It seems like the kits of the other 2 zombies are really there to make up for a lack of power, more than anything. Next, we are going to judge each mode by map influence, and by that I mean how much the Zombie Royale mode actually influences the map you play on. Starting again with COD, there isn't really much to speak of in terms of map changes, besides the mode taking place at night. However, the zombies themselves carry some weight, as their huge movement potential and ability to survive the gas makes them somewhat influential on your rotations, though their low health and need to grab syringes to revive generally means most will be eliminated by the final circles. This is opposed to Fortnite, where I had quite a few games where zombies outnumbered players in endgame, particularly in solos. Their ability to knock down buildings was undeniably an influential factor on the map. There's also a thick fog that spreads over the map at night, and this factor actually makes me question why Fortnite is still the only BR with a day-night cycle. In addition to that, Epic Games went through the trouble of redoing the Authority into a new POI, with the returning Midas, so I have to give them a gold star on that. Now, Apex Legends Shadowfall mode actually takes place on an older version of the King's Canyon map, which maybe is cheating a little bit, but it's just nice to see certain parts of that map return to their former glory. Overall changes are really just limited to the map being played at night, but the zombies, man, those zombies, I actually found myself playing quite different, playing different characters and different strategies, mostly defense, as defending yourself from zombies was absolutely critical to surviving to late game. On top of that, late games are very hectic as there would generally be a fair bit of shadows left, and they keep respawning as long as one player on their team is still a living person. Overall though, I have to give the gold to Fortnite. Not only do the zombies have a huge influence on the environment, Epic also brought out a new POI just for the season, something the other two games simply did not do. They also have the nightly fog, and like I said, I'm just surprised that after 3 years, Fortnite is still the only battle royale with a true day-night cycle. Apex is the runner-up, since the zombies caused me to actually play different, even though the map itself is just a night version of an old map. That puts Warzone in last place, and after playing for a while, I felt that it's ultimately the same game, just at night, with more respawns, and you just gotta be a little more careful on your rotations. Moving on to our third point, I want to discuss the cosmetics. In the age of free-to-play, cosmetics have become the primary revenue source in pretty much every battle royale, and as such, seasonal cosmetics are big-ticket items, varying in cost from a few dollars for an emote to as much as $60 for a bundle. For COD's part, I think their selection was okay, really only a few licensed skins and maybe an alternate costume or two for one of their original characters. The limited time unlockables were actually a welcome surprise, and relatively easy to obtain. I just wish there was at least one operator skin in the bunch, maybe for obtaining all the other ones as an overall reward. Without something that big, the rewards felt a little sparse outside of the blueprint and melee weapon. I actually had similar feelings about Apex's unlockables, the difference being that in Apex, melee weapons are incredibly rare, being called heirloom weapons, and a Pathfinder skin was included instead of a melee weapon. On the store side, the choices were more varied than COD, which is understandable given that this is COD's first Halloween event. However, Apex Legends is perhaps infamous at this point for their extremely pricey cosmetics. Respawn is pretty open about their policy of catering to the big spenders over casual purchasers, and it shows in the prices. Though there are some cheaper weapon options, most things are going to be $20 and above. If Apex Legends has any edge in this department, it's the limited time weapon skins, which are generally purchasable during LTMs with currency earned in-game, which is something that Call of Duty simply does not have. It does not have an in-game currency, besides the credit points. Now we move on to Fortnite. Fortnite. How does one even topple the monolith of the Fortnite shop? Not only does Fortnite have 2 years of Halloween under its belt before this one, meaning they have unequivocally the deepest skin roster of the 3 games, which varies wildly in style and design, everything from classical monsters to modern stuff. Epic also recently lowered the price of their in-game currency, meaning a $20 purchase in Fortnite will simply get you more cosmetics over the other 2 games. Moving on to the unlockables, I think Epic made a strong showing, having both a weapon wrap and a large cosmetic in the form of a pickaxe and a backbling. They even had a limited weapon wrap that you could get from doing creative challenges. In this category, I think Fortnite, and by extension Epic, showed why they are the cosmetic king. They have by far the largest selection and best unlockables, and there's just something about the Fortnite art style which really makes the skins pop. It really makes them more apparent. It makes you enjoy them a little bit more. And now, it's time to crown the winner. On the topic of the actual zombies, I have to give the gold to Apex Legends for having the most powerful zombies, period. On the topic of map influence, I have to give this gold to Fortnite. The zombies can destroy buildings, and Epic went through the trouble of actually changing a POI for the holiday. On the final topic of cosmetics, the gold goes once again to Fortnite for simply having a much larger variety and more satisfying unlockables. Though I have to give a special shout out to Call of Duty for having a very strong showing on their first big holiday, and I'm sure it'll only improve in the future. And with that, the medals are awarded, and I turn to you, the audience. What is your favorite Halloween BR this season? Doesn't have to be one of the three I mentioned. I know there's other games out there having events or having some things going down. Let me know in the comments. I would love to read your thoughts. If you want to hang out and talk to me live, I'm streaming Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Stop by the channel at twitch.tv/pigu_sama. Every Friday is a follower day. Normally we play Fortnite, but we change it up from time to time. This Friday is going to be Dead by Daylight to celebrate the season, and I hope to see you there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace and love.